we're actually going to be doing George Washington today. He's one of the most influential people who we have to teach about during the kindergarten school year, along with Pocahontas, Abraham Lincoln, and Martin Luther King, Betsy Ross. And their learning objective is they're going to be able to identify the President of the United States. The students will also know how many years each president is in office. They will be able to know how many terms he can serve and who was the first person to sign the United States Constitution. But today we're going to be doing the introduction hook activity to get started. All right, class, so we're just going to go over our rules for today. Our first rule is listen. Now, we want to listen to our friends so we can share ideas, so we can learn, and so we can follow our second rule, which is to show respect. Now, for respect, you are responsible for what you say. You're responsible for what you do. You're treating your friends as equals. You're going to treat me as an equal, and I'm going to treat you as an equal. And we're in a safe zone. So if our friends want to share a story, or if they want to participate in an activity, make them feel safe. Make them feel comfortable, because we want all of our classmates to have a fun learning environment. Also, be polite. Remember that we use our good manners. We say please and thank you, yes and no, just so that way other people can be encouraged to participate in class activities and encouraged to have a great day. And then also, it's a choice. So always think before you speak or before you act, is this a good choice or is there maybe a better choice? Because it is all about the choices that you guys make. And then, is it true? So when we're talking to our friends, make sure that we're being honest and that we're being truthful. It just makes it so that way you and your friends can have a better day today. And that's just everything broken down. And so, we have been discussing George Washington this week. Can anyone raise their hand and tell me something that we've learned this week about George Washington? Yes, ma'am, Miss Chesney.
He has wooden teeth.
He does. He had a lot of fake teeth. He had a lot of different things in his teeth. He had walrus tusks and ivory and all sorts of really different things because he did not have good dental hygiene. He did not brush his teeth. Yes, Dr. Rajdev.
I live in Washington.
You do? In Washington, D.C.?
I think so.
Oh, that's wonderful. We actually have so many things in the United States named after George Washington because, can someone tell me why he's so special to the United States? Yes, ma'am.
First president.
Very good. So he was our first president, and as the first president, everyone likes to show him respect. They want to do things for him. Yes, ma'am, Miss Suzanne.
I live in Washington too.
You do?
Uh-huh.
That's a really good question. How many people actually live in Washington State, in the Washington, D.C.?
Look at my friends. Can I have that, please?
Yeah. It's okay. We're going to have some papers later for coloring.
Thank you, Kenny. Could you maybe put it away for lunchtime?
You can have it.
We're going to go to lunch soon. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Can you raise your hand and show me how many of you live in Washington, D.C.? It seems like it's a lot of you. Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. But how many of you live in Virginia?
I don't live in Virginia. I live in Springfield.
Oh, Springfield is actually a city in Virginia.
I live in D.C., Washington, D.C.
Ah,
Where do you live, Miss Stephanie?
I live in Virginia.
You do? Do you know which city you live in for Virginia?
I don't remember.
Oh, well well, Virginia is actually very close. And did you know that George Washington was born in Virginia?
Ah,
He
well, I
was.
don't really care.
Oh, well, we're actually going to be learning a lot of different things about George Washington, including some different activities. Could you come up here with me, Miss Stephanie?
Down now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Rajdev. What's your
Hands tired. You said put your hands up.
I am so
I stayed in Virginia. I put my hand up.
I am so sorry. I was not showing the best respect because I should have made a different choice, right? I am very sorry, Dr. Rajdev. I'd like for you to come up
So
and
boring.
fiddle a riddle with us.
Stephanie, stop. You're making noise.
Oh, Miss Stephanie. She's
mad. I'm scared.
If you are upset, would you like to have a few moments to calm down?
No, I want to go join my group.
Okay, I think that would be a lovely choice.
Hey, why did she throw the chair?
That wasn't nice.
Because this is so boring.
I see that. Would you like to come solve a riddle for me?
What's a riddle?
A riddle is when someone asks you a question and you try to solve it. So this is a very famous portrait of George Washington. It says, 1, 2, buckle my shoes. So what do you think, Miss Stephanie? What is something in this picture that might make George Washington a little special? Because remember, he lived in Virginia. He had lots of money because he lived on a big farm. So what do you think might be on his shoes to make him a little special?
I don't know. Can you help me?
Laces, like you have.
Laces?
Yeah, like
Yeah, he has laces on his shoes.
I don't know. Let's see. It's that's not good. All right, let's try the next one. Let's be kind of good. So, there's an old saying that says the pen is mightier than the sword. Oh, very good, Miss Suzanne. Next time. Yes, Michelle.
I heard, how could a pen be more mightier than a sword? Can a sword kill you?
You want to write
Swords
with my
can
pen?
do lots of not so nice things,
She said,
but
You want to write with my pen?
But a pen are your words, and sometimes words are the much better action instead of hurting someone. So we try to make a different choice. Instead of using our bodies to try and change things, sometimes we'll actually make the choice to write down or express ourselves using our words.
They're laughing.
They are laughing.
She can write purple.
That is
In
good.
purple.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
I think it's more of a coincidence,
Yeah.
actually.
That is kind of coincidental. So that actually takes us to our next activity. We're going to be making a portrait of ourselves if we were the president and what things we would want in our picture. What do you think? Would you like to put purple in your picture, Miss Stephanie?
Yes.
That's wonderful because we do have purple markers. So could I have two friends please raise their hands? Oh, let's see. Oh, Miss Shelley and Dr. Rashtab and Miss Katie. It's okay, but Miss Suzanne has been doing a wonderful job helping out today. Could you please hand one of these to each group and hand one of these to each group? And Miss Shelley, could you please hand out papers to my friends as well? Now, I want you to draw what we call a self-portrait. And in our self-portrait, it's a picture that you draw of you. And I want you to put 4 things on your picture that help show something special about you. If you go to soccer after school, you can draw a soccer ball. Or if ice cream is your favorite food, and as the president, you want to make ice cream mandatory every Friday for lunch, you can include that in your picture.
Give us the paper. The markers.
Of course.
She's not sharing.
I'm going to color on all the paper.
She's not sharing the paper and the markers.
Oh my goodness, you know what? I'm sure I might
I
have
want
some more.
pink. I want pink. There's no more pink.
There's no more pink. Oh, look, there's one in here. Hey,
I'm done. I'm done too.
oh, very nice.
I have all the markers.
Well, I have the purple pen.
Very nice.
Thank you. I'm not great. Oh, this is
Very nice.
This is
Suzanne,
not
not
me.
being nice.
Yeah, very nice. Remember, my friends, we need to be polite
This is
and we need to
this is
make
closer.
good choices.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't like that.
oh,
This color matches your hair better.
oh, well,
That's too dark.
that was a very nice suggestion.
It's too dark. You have blonde hair. I'm done, boys.
You are. Could you do 2 more things for me? I see you have a cat. A lollipop. Could you do 2
That's
more?
not like that.
What's his name?
What is the little one?
Oh.
It's a hand hamster. Do you have a pet hamster?
I have
You don't?
two
Do you like
dogs,
hamsters?
and I have
Then
a cat,
how is it?
and I
How is
have
it
a rat.
something that's special
Can
about
you
you?
believe I have all those animals?
That is
They
okay.
are all over our house all the time. They make a mess.
I'm holding a pen because my
There's a
pen is
cat.
No, it's not a cat. That's a dog.
I think it's a very.
That looks like a
That's
cat.
a cat.
What is that?
That is very
That's
nice.
mine.
Yeah, on her paper.
my bad. There's this thing called Genius. Some people have it, some don't. Don't do it.
Oh, I love the
Maybe it's
All my
pretty
animals are gonna be pink.
Perfectly
Pink.
fine.
And pink's my favorite. Pink's the bestest. Pink's the best.
You're president, are you gonna wear all pink?
Yes. And the White House, I'm gonna make it pink. It's not gonna be white anymore.
I'm not chicken
Oh, I'm gonna
She does.
I'm gonna take all the markers.
No, our marker.
No, thank you. Miss Stephanie. She's Miss Stephanie.
I want all of the markers. Well, she wasn't sharing.
So what is another choice that we could have made?
Stephanie's
not
She's totally right. She wasn't sharing.
Thank you.
And she took the cat.
Wow. They wouldn't let me color.
Maybe they just
You
wanted.
You could have raised your hand to let
You should make a dog.
No.
Well, I have two dogs.
Could you pick two? There we go.
I only have one.
You have two.
Thank you, my friend.
Chicken.
Now,
Chicken sauce.
You
have to There's my rat.
Love to share.
One, two, three, all eyes on me. Oh, thank you. So, if you're done,
Stephanie's eyes are not on
I think Miss Stephanie is finishing up her project because I know she had wanted to put some purple on there. Miss Stephanie, how did your paper go?
I didn't share the markers.
Go to the chair again, Stephanie.
You want my purple marker?
I think Miss Stephanie is A-okay. If you are done with your project, please give me a thumbs up so I can see that you are all done today. Oh my gosh, it's so high.
Oh, wait, you're not sharing.
Would you like to help me by collecting the markers for me? Because I do need two helpers. Thank you so much, Miss April, for giving me a thumbs up. Let me see. I want those thumbs up if you're done. Oh my goodness.
My fire.
All right, Miss April, could you please collect the markers for me? Miss Stephanie, would you do me a favor? And could you walk around and make sure that everyone is putting their markers in the bin nicely so that way Miss April can collect them? And I would really appreciate it if Miss Allison, could you go around and pick up my friend's papers for me, please? We are going to show when we do our election, like the president, your pictures are going to go with all the things that are important to you as a president. So all your pictures are going to be able to be seen, okay?
Come on, slackers.